Hello everyone, my name is Tamara and today we're going to talk about narcissists and gaslighting. So gaslighting is manipulating someone by psychological means into questioning their own sanity. What the heck does that mean? Isn't it interesting when people come up with terms and they define them, and it's just a little elusive unless you've actually experienced it. It can be difficult to really understand what they're even talking about. I mean, how can you make an intelligent grown-up question their own sanity? Who the heck has that kind of power? Unless you are like a professional, like a famous singer like Michael Jackson or somebody. Maybe you could make somebody feel a little crazy for a minute, but how does a human being make another human being feel like they're going insane? Well, I actually had it to happen to me recently, and so now I actually understand what it meant. It's kind of like if somebody is telling you go to the left, but they're pulling you to the right, or you come to a dead end and the only way to go is right, but your app is telling you, your MapQuest is telling you go to the left. It's like you are eating an apple and someone is telling you that you're eating chocolate. It's kind of like that, like the audacity of somebody to tell you that you are eating a hot dog when you know that you're eating a snow cone. That's basically what it is. But yeah, I just experienced this toxic behavior. Someone was trying to convince me that I was doing one thing when I was clearly doing another. And when you're talking about words and you're not talking about Twinkies or donuts or pecans or a crayon, it can become very elusive because they're telling you that your truth isn't your truth. Like, let's say you're doing a psychological term. Like, let's say that what you're doing is counseling someone and they keep telling you that you're punishing the person, and you're like, no, that's not the same thing. It's like they're trying to convince you that one thing is another, and it isn't. But it's words. So before you know it, you start to question yourself because they're so adamant that what you're doing, you're like, no, I was walking, and they're like, no, you were running. Yes, you were sprinting, and you're like, no, I was not sprinting. I was walking like you walk in the grocery store. That's basically what the person was trying to do. And I would not back down. And of course, this person starts to get upset. And then they start trying to do that again with another example where I was like, no. And it's not like you're having conflict, like let's say you have different political beliefs about abortion, right? And you're trying to convince someone of your side of the story or your truth. That's different. That is a debate. This is when not you're debating, but they're actually telling you an untruth and trying to force you to believe that it is true. It's like you say, I go to sleep every night at 8:00 p.m. and they tell you, no, you don't. You go to sleep at 10 o'clock every night. And you're like, but I look at the clock. So it's that crazy. But they keep telling you the same thing over and over and over and over again. how can you fall prey to that? You have to think above these people, and that's why it's so important to understand narcissists and how they think. They think irrationally. Their train of thought is based on how can I serve myself? How can I get my needs met? And if that means manipulating you and making you feel dumb, crazy, and cuckoo, then that's exactly what they're gonna do. This particular person that I was talking to recently tried to convince me not to follow policy when this is a big policy. They kept telling me that they don't follow the rules. That's basically what they were telling me. I told you that I do things differently than everyone else. I don't do things the way that everyone else does them, and you should fall in line with that same thing. No, I want to follow the policy. I don't care that you want to break policy and you want to break the rules, because if I break those rules, are you gonna have my back? I seriously doubt it, because you're trying to manipulate a situation so that I can continue to serve you the way that I did in the past, and that ain't happening no more, because the policy clearly states what it is that we're supposed to be doing. So go feed yourself, go figure out how to make yourself happy, quit using other people to meet your needs, to serve you, to bend over backwards, to make you feel like you are large and in charge. That's not my place in life, or anyone's, right? So you gotta be careful with these people. If somebody is trying to manipulate you, you have to really be strong, because it's like doing the opposite of what you know is true, and the person keeps saying it over again. You know they're trying to brainwash you, and they will wear you out, because their personality disorder is very, very strong. Very strong. It can overpower a healthy defense mechanism if you're not careful. So if you want to understand these people better and how to navigate, check out my book, The Workplace Narcissist. It's all about very power hungry, rising to the top narcissists who you do not want to fall in love with, because these people can also be very charming. So you got to know the red flags so that you don't get gotten. So check out the book. It's on Amazon by Tamara Zyon. Let me know in the comments if you've ever had someone to gaslight you, and do you think that person was a narcissist? And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.